Welcome to the HonkyTalk podcast, sponsored by Sundown Tavern here in Ruston, Louisiana. HonkyTalk podcast, always brought to you by Sundown. Today we have one of our own founders, Mr. Bo Atkins. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Oh man, what a pleasure to be here at Sundown with the HonkyTalk podcast.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick introduction. This man drives an hour every single episode. He's a faithful commuter to the HonkyTalk nation.
Hashtag.
And but anyway, thanks for being here again.
Thank y'all for having me, Bo and Trey. Thank y'all.
Lovely outfit today.
Yes, sir. I was dressed appropriately. My friend bought me this outfit. Colby Davis.
Yeah.
Shout
out Colby.
Yeah, he is my fashionista man.
Absolutely. And
custom tailored.
We're sponsoring the Bo Atkins koozies.
Those are tumblers, Trey.
Tumblers. Tumblers.
But
I call them cups.
Well, they're cups. Whatever. Tumblers. Whatever.
So you see, you have the kind of psychedelic tie-dye.
Oh yeah, have to. And I've got another one too in the car, but I thought didn't want to overdo it, so I just brought two.
Just give them a taste.
Because this is y'all's gift from me to y'all. Y'all pick and fight which one you want, but I wanted to bring my boys some.
Well, thank you.
So they can promote it at their gigs. And
HonkyTalk podcast sponsored by Bo Atkins Music.
Today, that's right.
So, but anyway, Bo, let's get into it.
Let's
man.
do it.
Tell me about yourself.
All right. Well, Bo Atkins, y'all know who I am. And for those listeners that don't know who I am, I'm based out of Bossier City. And this journey of this music thing started about, 16, 17 years ago. I went to ULM and I was kind of dinking around on the guitar and writing songs. And the first time what really got me motivated was like Charlie Robinson. And this is in like 2006, 7, 8. And Charlie Robinson and the Ragweed Boys and all them. I remember being on Napster, and I would download all their songs when you could still be on, was it Bear Share, Napster, and all these little, and I was the guy that would download all of them. And I don't remember exactly. I think it was, it was a Ragweed song. Can't remember exactly which one it was off the top of my head right now, but maybe it'll come to me. But I had so many songs I liked off of them. I did like a 22 song recording, like on two discs, Yeah.
And
that's what got the love in me, me liking music and thinking, man, I could songwrite. I've always been pretty witty with words and doing things. And then I end up going to ULM, and I was kind of the fireplace guy, guitar guy, the couch guy. I always had a guitar in the trunk, something, whatever. And I would play songs I wrote too, And Sonny, my song Sonny came out of that. I guess that era of me when I was there at ULM and hanging out with the KA guys, and Sonny was written there, and then quite a few songs that I had on my Shout Hallelujah record out.
Yeah.
A few of them songs were written off there, that made it on the record and all that. And I've been able to watch a lot of music too through the years, and dive bars and honky tonks, or even in arenas and stuff.
That's right.
And I didn't really realize what I was doing as I got to be about 16, 17, 18 years old. I didn't really realize what was really going on there. I was actually watching this to kind of see how to really do this thing and how to maybe play with a crowd.
So you started young.
Watching this stuff.
Watching this stuff, yeah.
So I was about 17, 18 when I started trying to dink around on the guitar.
Yeah.
When you turn 18, 19, or 17 to 19, when people typically graduate high school, the sad thing is if you don't go off to college,
that's right,
there's nothing for you to do.
Yeah.
What do you want to be that guru that goes hangs out at the high school party?
That's right.
What do you do? Well, sometimes you go if you're a buddy.
Sure.
You go hang out or whatever, but you kind of feel silly. And what I found myself always doing in that time period between 18, 19, and really 20, because if you weren't 21 at the time, you couldn't go to a bar. Unless you lived in a college town.
Yeah.
But Shreveport, Bossier, you couldn't go out and do anything. You couldn't even go see a concert.
Right.
Unless it was at a big arena.
Yeah, sure.
So you couldn't go to Sharpies, or you couldn't go to, Filling Station or whatever. Where Randy Rogers was playing one night, and I was with some older friends of mine that were probably like 24, 25 at the time. I'm helping them bring beer in them because Randy Rogers is playing. Oh, Flanagan's was the name of that bar, Flanagan's. And I'm helping them carry beer in the bar, and I'm thinking, oh, yeah, yes, I'm in. Even the owner, he was like, Bo, man, help carry that beer. And I said, yes, sir. And then as soon as they started taking money at the door, Bo, man, you got to go.
Kicked out, bro.
So, but I sat there. This is before I started playing music, like playing music or anything. I sat there in front of the bar. I could hear the bar. I could hear in front of Flanagan's right there. There's East Kings right here.
Yeah.
And there's Uri.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there in front of the bar on my ass, just sitting there having the time of my life.
Yeah.
Going, damn, I'd do anything to be in that bar right now and listen to Randy Rogers Band play.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and was packed balls to the wall.
Man, that's so cool.
You know, and this is probably 2006.
Yeah. So this is like a turn. This is like a, you're like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And I just loved it because of the music.
Yeah.
When it got in, when I first heard Jamie Johnson record, I remember the lyrics. I cried when I first heard that morning sun made its way through the windshield of my Chevrolet.
Oh, yeah.
Whiskey eyes, ashtray breath on a church rock gravel road. Mm-hmm. I cried when I first heard that song. I also cried when Blackberry Smoke came out with their record, and I was actually on my way to play a gig on like a Wednesday night kind of thing at Bears in Shreveport. I pulled the car up there at Bears, yeah. And I cried when I was on my way there because I just gotten there. I used to be on their mailing list. Blackberry Smoke was one of the bands. I got their shirts, autographed posters, CDs. I signed up for it, all of it, you know. So when they have a new one, I got it. And one of their songs that came out, man, I cried because they were speaking. Ain't Much Left of Me was the name of that song, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So music has always been something that has always drawn me into, on a bigger level, even before I started playing music or even trying to really, really write. But after listening to these people, I was like, man, I could do this. And then next thing I'm opening up for Blackberry Smoke. I'm opening up for different bands and different people that I'd liked and admired, you know, through the years. And that was probably all the way from 2000, like I say, 2009, 8, 9, up until about 2012 or 13.
Yeah, sweet. So you've done some pretty cool things over the years, and before, I got to be honest with our listeners. This is our second take because your boy over here was slacking, and I forgot to press record. But you were telling me about something specific in the first take about you playing an arena, the Superdome.
So people don't realize this about myself. I don't go up and just tell these people this.
Because I haven't heard this.
Well, I think it's silly, first off. I think it's funny, and that's why I bring it up. I would like to know, I was telling Trey and Bo, I was telling them, I was like, I'd like to know how many people have played at the Superdome, cheered collegiately at a Superdome, in the Superdome for a football game, but then also was a coach in a state championship game in the Superdome.
Who are you coaching?
Parkway High School.
Parkway High School. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Who's done that? So somebody comment, share, like, heart, whatever. If you've done that, that's a pretty cool thing. I was thinking about that on the way over here.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wonder who's done that. I'm going to bring that up to be kind of one of the funny things I bring up.
No, that is very cool.
It's different.
Yeah.
Play, cheer, and coach, but it's just like.
Yeah. So what was it like, man? So you obviously started out kind of how like a lot of musicians do. They, you play in small bars. Mm-hmm. You get kind of some attraction and stuff, and then you've got a brand. And then, like you mentioned, like you opened up for like Blackberry Smoke and several others. What was that transition like?
For me, it was never. I've never. After my first gig I had, I was kind of thrown to the wolves. I didn't really plan on getting a gig at 6th Street when I started. Friends of mine put me up to it. And they were like, well, you play all the time. They talked me into it, and they packed it out. They packed the bar out. And next thing it was like Wasted Wednesday every Wednesday night. It was what the name of it was. And
today's Wednesday.
Yeah, it is. It sure is. Maybe, well. But anyways, but no, man, I would do that. And then I grew my name around the college circuits, if you will, kind of a thing around Louisiana and stuff. So I'd get these calls, and I wouldn't really know who these people are. I'd be like, hey, Bo, you're the guy. We want you to come.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, And I don't even remember what they paid me. But it didn't matter. You're
right.
young.
You're young, yeah.
I was in college. It didn't matter. We were just having fun, And Blackberry Smoke was like that. I've done things like Benji Davis project stuff. I did stuff like that. early on, and when I was just kind of starting out, but people knew I'd bring people with me.
Right.
Who else? Done the Cody Canada thing. Done a thing with him. Was with the Departed, but did stuff with them. Who's some other? Whiskey Myers. I've done actually through the years now. I've done 2 or 3 things with them. I remember who else have I done stuff with? That would be a big name, for people that actually do stuff. But just
you've done a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
I've done them, and I don't really think about it really until
Right.
honestly until somebody like y'all asked me about it. I don't really think about this stuff.
Yeah, same. Really, like when people interview me, like, oh yeah, I did do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of get lost in the it becomes a job. So like we put in the hours, we put in the stuff, and and you get a product,
But it's always at the end of the day, it's like it's just another gig. It's another gig.
It's a gig, yeah.
It's another opportunity for you to spotlight yourself and go do what you do.
Well, did you feel that way like the first opening gig you got? Like I remember my first one, and it was kind of like a pretty defining moment in my career because it was like the full green room production. Mr. Trey, do you need some waters? And I'm like, yo, like. I can get my own waters. Just tell me where they're at.
I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be here, And so
a little bit of both. A little bit of both. I mean,
were you a little nervous getting up?
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you. So last month, I think it was, I was over in Lindale, and I was opening up for a cat at Austin. But you may know this guy, Monty Montgomery. Mm-hmm. You remember? Okay, so he's more of a guitarist type guy, but Rolling Stone acclaimed him as one of the top. This and that through the years and all this. I had lost that love. I hadn't opened up for somebody in a long time, and I was funny. It was perfect timing because I was missing that feeling of being able to go and open up for somebody. And when I tell you this hall was filled, ticketed event. The sucker was filled. I mean, there was no seat left. Ass in every seat,
right,
packed. They were waiting on it. And when you get to go up there and open the show up, and you have that confidence to go up there and go, I'm gonna give them all I got.
Yeah.
In a humbled way, not like
of course. You got it.
But I went up there and it was Father's Day weekend. I went up there. Where are all my fathers at?
Yeah.
And that's all it took. Once I heard the dads or fathers, I said, "How many of y'all got kids? How many fathers we got in here?" And the crowd kind of started erupting, clapping.
That's right.
Got them. And then I just kind of went in my mind. I said, "Bam, got them." And I played mostly original songs, and
that's right.
And I played covers too. But the point is, I was trying to work the crowd, and I missed that because you get about 45 minutes. To get that band or that guy, girl, whatever, ready. And that's such a rush to me to be able to do that. When you get done, you're going,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Gummit.
I know, man.
That's a feeling that nobody can describe unless you've done it.
Well, it's definitely addicting. It's definitely addicting. Now, I will say, you're not probably going to get an introvert out there. And, but
no.
But I will say that I think like all of us here, man, we'll talk to anybody. We're friends with anybody. We got... so I definitely relate to that.
That's fun. To me, it's
super fun.
It's a challenge.
It is really fun.
That's fun.
Yeah, but I know we play our acoustic shows and stuff on the side and everything, but the band stuff is just really fun to do. It's just a lot of energy you bring to the stage and everything, and like I've seen you play like when you did your CD release party at Big Country.
That was for Redfern.
Redfern.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. I played. I think I just played electric that day for my part, I guess. I think did we open up for you?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I know yeah.
Sorta. I mean, it was the Monty Russell and Friends.
Oh yeah, well, but they.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was a Redfern based thing.
It was a Redfern thing, but like that was the band, and I was like,
right.
But I think I did a couple of songs.
No, you did. No, I believe you did.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, because I don't know, those shows are kind of crazy because it's like. It is really like a party. It's like we get a bunch of musicians together, and then like we'll do your stuff, and then we'll kind of play a few or whatever. And it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah, so we did that. I guess it's been a few years ago now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. I guess we'll segue into this because I know that I've got quite a few songs that I've written with different people, and through the years, Monty's always been a person we've all written with and all that, but also other people that I've reached out and they've reached out to me and things, and so there's quite a few songs that I've been able to write that we've gone to Nashville and written with people, or we've come back and different people, and they're kind of just sitting there on hold until I get enough songs to be able to go and record. I'm hoping my goal for this year, I'm talking about from like this time of year that we're in right now to
Right,
the
to
next time of year.
27.
I want to have, I don't care if it's a gospel song, a praise and worship song,
Yeah.
honky-tonk song, blues, I don't care, rock and roll, country, it doesn't matter. I want to get like my catalog just fat.
That's right.
You know, and then but also want to go at least demo them out and have them ready to go. Hey, who wants it? Or if I'm not going to go demo a song or finish a song and not go record it.
Of course. Yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to record it.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
they may not fit right what I was doing at the time.
Right.
That volume of music or whatever coming out, but in today's society with singles and things like that, man, I would just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. I mean, you have nothing to lose.
That's exactly right. Well, we're going to take our first break. Bo Atkins, co-founder, father of the Honky Talk podcast, brought to you by the Sundown Tavern, saving Rustin one sandwich at a time. Welcome back, everyone, to the Honky Talk podcast, brought to you by the Sundown Tavern here in Ruston. Here with us today, co-founding father, Mr. Bo Atkins.
Good to be here.
Yes, sir. So you've told us a little bit about your story, or a lot of bit about your story, and kind of where you came from, you know, your early music, you know, life. So I would like to start off by saying I love a lot of your songs.
Well, give me some. I'll tell you about it, Trey.
So
Let's tell the listeners.
the one that I cover in my set list, either solo or a band, is Jesus Is on My Side, and then I've also had the kind of feel for Goodbye Blues.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That's a really good song. It's very simple, but the words are it's written very well, and the music is good too. So like, anyway, those are just the top two that kind of hit me. You know, obviously Sunny, you know, Red Fern. You know,
Okay, so like with the whole thing with Jesus on My Side, me and Monty wrote that one. Basically, it was about the time my son was born, and it's talking about, it's kind of like coming off of that Shout Hallelujah song I wrote. The basis I wrote for that one was all about, look at where I am now. Like, how did I even get here? Like, this is crazy, you know? And because like the background is kind of vomited on you just a moment ago was, I don't know really how this stuff happened. Like, as fast as I probably talked is how fast this stuff seemed to come, you know, and go. And anyway, so Jesus on My Side was kind of a continuation almost of Shout Hallelujah. But it's just saying, you know, but I will say this, I'm going to stand firm on this right here. Anytime that I say Jesus or God in my song, it's about Jesus or it's about God.
right?
You know, or it's about an experience and things like that. And with the birth of a child, if anybody's experienced that and all that, that's a total different, I mean, that just, you know.
Yeah,
and it is. And so, and having kids or raising kids or doing something that you like to do and then it happens and you see growth from it or something. Yeah. Because, you know, we could look at our music like a child.
That's right.
You're grooming this thing. You're trying to figure it out. No matter what age you are, doesn't matter where you started or when you started or how late it doesn't matter. If you have something and things are working, you groom it like you would a child. So the whole thing with the Jesus on My Side was kind of about that. Look at us now. And of course, you reference, you know, Pink Houses and John Mellencamp because it kind of had this groove to it.
Yeah.
And I've always loved John Mellencamp's voice and songs. And that's kind of where that came from. Now, Goodbye Blues is one of my favorite songs. I was driving for about 8 years. It didn't take me 8 years to write the song, but
Right.
But about 8 years, even except for the COVID year, to Natchez, Mississippi, and I'd played there every Tuesday. And I had a following there, Rue 61. And we'll make sure we tag them in this because I think they'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
As I would drive down, it would take me 3 hours from my driveway in Bossier, almost exactly drive, you know, go down I-20, hit the Rayville exit, and then go south. All the way down, come across Vidalia, and do all that, and then go over the Mississippi River, come down, then take a right on 61 and go on down. It'll be on your left as you start getting to the outskirts of town. For a period there, about a month, I kept having this line go through my head, and it reminded me of that song, like "Hello Walls, nice to see you." Was that Webb Pierce that sang that or something?
Yeah.
And so, and I kept having that thing go through my head, and I thought it was funny. I don't know. I'd be by myself driving, on Tuesday nights, driving home.
Yeah, I know.
And I'd just be talking to myself, whatever, like "Hello Walls," trying to stay awake. And then but then I said, "Goodbye Blues, hello stranger." And when that clicked in my head, I was like, I'm on to something here. And I didn't force it. A lot of people with songwriting tips and all that, they're like, well, you get the people on their phone. I'm not really like that. If something keeps sticking in my head, I know what's going to come back. I know
That's right.
It's just how I roll.
Yeah.
I didn't have any music, nothing. I had a glass of whiskey one night, and me and my wife had a house that we'd remodeled. Our first house after we got married, we bought this house for $50,000.
That's what's up.
I'd built me a fire pit out there in the backyard, and had it sunk in the ground, all this stuff.
Yeah.
We had this big old pine tree, and I've never seen one pine tree in my life spit that many freaking pine needles out. But this sucker would. And when it was cold in the fall, when it would get temperatures would drop, because I'll build a fire any time of the year. But you're probably the same way.
Yeah.
You want to start a fire?
Yeah, let's
It'll
do
be
it.
110 degrees out there. And now, we may be 20 feet back, but we're still going to sit there and watch it burn, right?
That's right. That's
Or
right.
if you sit in front of a fireplace. Now, us men, goodbye blues, hello stranger. When you sit and why are men so mesmerized by burning embers?
I don't know, man.
You ever notice how that
I know.
attracts you? You just sit there and watch it all night.
I watch
you
it
get
all
you a
night.
good drink and just hang out. Or you don't even have to have a drink, whatever. Let's just say you're just sitting there in your fireplace, outside fire pit, doesn't matter. It could be a chimenea thing or whatever, and you're going to watch them little embers burn. You're going. Every time I see that, I always thought about new growth.
Yeah.
Because when fire burns stuff, there's new growth coming through. So, metaphorically speaking, goodbye blues, hello stranger. This all started coming together. It was like, hello fireplace, instead of hello walls, right?
That's right.
Hello fireplace, are your embers warm? You've always helped me weather the storm. Or hello whiskey.
I know, yeah.
'Cause I was right. Have you missed me? Hey, this is how our friendship was formed. And whatever that friendship is.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I thought it was one of the greatest songs I'd ever written up to this, my point in time of life, being a
Yeah.
writer or trying to write songs, whatever, that it was open for interpretation for anybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was literally about to say that. I was
I
like,
don't want to steal your thunder. Go ahead.
it's got
Testify.
it's got a direction, obviously, and it's got a theme. But what mesmerized me of the song is that it was open for interpretation.
Yeah.
These metaphor things could mean anything.
Anything. And that's
it-
the beauty to
Yeah.
me of a good song.
But it had a direction.
Right, but there's still a direction, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's a cool way to write.
So yeah, goodbye blues, hello stranger, and the chorus is goodbye blues, hello stranger.
Is he had a chance?
I've had the chance to release all my sorrow and anger.
That's right.
So when you go back to the first verse, hello fireplace, are your embers
Yeah.
warm? You've always helped me weather the storm.
That's right.
But when you take it back simpler times, me or us sitting, anybody, viewers,
right.
anybody going, you're looking at that fire. Women could do this too. Anybody, you're sitting there watching that fire burn, and you go, popping. It's that time of year, and you're going, wow, it's whatever it is. But I know for me, I'm like, look at that. People used to, Indians, Native Americans, whatever, they would burn these fields, and people do it still to this day, whatever.
that's right.
And they would get it for the nutrients in the soil and to replenish everything. It was like God's way of saying, hey, bring fire down and we're going to have new growth. That's biblical too,
That's right.
So there's all these things going on in that song. But I was just lucky enough for me to be happy, to be happy. I was able to, get all that stuff in one song, I feel like, in that song. And whether it be ever a hit or that's not what I write songs.
I think it should be because it's just a great song. But y'all go check it out. Goodbye Blues.
Yeah, Goodbye Blues is it.
It's a very good song. Go check it out. It's on YouTube and stuff.
And then Sonny, I had a friend, Brooke Sebring, who was the president of the KAs when I was hanging out with him. He's the one who got me my first gig at 6th Street with Brady.
Yeah.
I used his guitar. I didn't even have like an electric acoustic guitar. I just had this I had a Fender guitar, not a bad guitar, but a Fender guitar that my grandfather gave me. I call him Paul T. Dudley Donahoe.
Yeah.
Is his name Dudley Donahoe? Martin Dudley. And it's my grandpa's name. I can't wait to share this with him. But anyway, he gave me this Fender guitar, and that's what I wrote this song on. I wrote a lot of my early songs on that off Shout Hallelujah, or at least the basis of them, And but Sonny came because there was this girl, Brooke Sebring, was the president of the KA group and the fraternity, and he's the one who got me that first gig. He used his stuff, and he had a girlfriend he was dating at the time. This girl he was dating at the time named Sonny, and she had green eyes and blonde hair, from what I remember.
Right.
And I had green eyes, and it was kind of one of those songs. I was sitting at the KA house playing around the fireplace. And the couches were all sitting there.
Yep.
And this girl come up to you like at a frat party going, "Oh, my God, Bo, write a song about me." And I was like, "Sure, baby, I write a song about you." I'm like, "That's Bruce's girlfriend."
Yeah.
No, I mean, she's married now and all that, which is funny that I even talk about this.
This is back in the day.
Right. No, but it's just,
Yeah.
You're right. Yes. Anyway, so without putting my foot in my mouth, long story short, she had her ways about her or whatever. And, her looks, her green eyes, and her blonde hair at the time, and so I said, "Sure, baby, I'll write a song about you or whatever." Went on through the night. When I got home that night, I started writing. I was like, "Sonny."
You actually wrote the song about her.
Yeah.
I tell them all I write them about. It's a song about you.
Yeah.
Even if it ain't.
Well, it is about her. It is about her, but it isn't about I did it.
Yeah.
We never had any but she was a perfect girl at the time, the perfect person at the time to go write a song about me. And I got to thinking, is her name Sonny? And the first thing that hit me was Sunny Side Up Eggs.
I need you to stop me. Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
I know.
Sunny Side Up Eggs. And I started thinking about metaphors and all these things and these alter, ways to express sunny. The sunshine, sunny side up eggs, blah, 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 this, and that. And how all this stuff. And I had that song pretty much kind of done until I brought it to Monty. And Monty's like, "Hey, well, look, in this chorus right here." But it was a good thing because it gave me some direction in that song. But most of the song, except for maybe the buildup of the chorus, and the chords and stuff are pretty much the same that I had.
That's right.
That I originally written, but it was just kind of the buildup of some words building up, and then we added a bridge. We'll build up to make like more of a southern rock, kind of a country or southern rock type song.
Yeah,
but that's how Sonny was written.
Yeah,
and I'm just grateful that. I mean, I could go on for hours about how grateful I am for everybody, but Goodbye Blues and Jesus on My Side and Sonny and all that, those.
How'd you come up with Red Fern?
All right, so my name is Bo Atkins, Atkins, but biologically, my last name should be Bo Redfern, Redfarn. Most of those Redfern people that I'm kin to, biologically or whatever, are from the Monroe area. I hate to say it, Balkanville, No, look, I've never lived in guys. I've never lived there. But it's just been the standing joke since I was at ULM. Okay, but I always run with it. My dad, at about 11 or 12, preteen, his dad died. His name was Frankie Redfern. I didn't know nothing about him. I remember my nanny, which had been my dad's grandma.
Yeah.
I remember her at her funeral. I remember some things like that as you do through childhood, but I didn't know nothing about the Redfern clan, if you will, or the Redfern name, and nothing. But he went to Vietnam. He was like a special forces dude in Vietnam. They did. Some people say that him and his brother had some cahoots with Marcella and some stuff going on in the 70s, stuff like that, New Orleans and all that. I don't know that to be true, although what they've told me. And so that's how that song was written. And the whole point of the song is it's not to celebrate, a bunch of idiots. It's what it's celebrating is, hey, you never know what dark alley you may turn out. Like we could leave here today or leave here tonight at a gig. Yeah. And people of the night.
That's right.
That we're surrounded by them at all times, no matter where you're at.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And you can make that wrong turn, that one turn, change your life or end your life.
That's right.
Kids, your parents, dad, mom, me, you, your wife, whoever.
That's right. That's right.
It could totally turn on. Life can turn on a dime, just like man with a snap of a finger.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that song's about. Is to go, hey, I'm Bo Atkins, but hey, don't forget, I still got Redfern in me.
That's right.
Because they weren't probably the best group of people you'd want to go on, bring home to mom or dad kind of thing. I mean, they weren't that.
Yeah.
And they owned furniture stores, and they owned. My dad remembers as a child going to see his dad, and they'd own these furniture stores around North Louisiana, and there was always like this back room. And so, and my dad remembers like these Cadillacs showing up, like brand new Cadillacs. So this is like in the early, late 60s, early 70s, or middle 70s or whatever. And they're showing up. My dad always, he's got a way of using descriptive language in his stuff as far as storytelling. But he says stuff like, well, I'm sitting there and they got these like gold kind of glasses on, and all their shirts are like linen type shirts, and their initials are on them, and like they got big noses and like dark hair, and it's like
it's the mob, bro.
Yeah, they all show up in these Cadillacs, and then now Frankie's brother that I've talked to about this, he says, "Well, I worked for myself." He said the only reason I wasn't a made man because I wasn't Italian.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, but like my Uncle Jerry, he would go. He knew when the drug things were coming, okay? Because by this time the mob wasn't clean. They were talking about they were doing drugs and all that, which is what a lot of you do in your mob history. They didn't want the leaders of the early mob didn't like dirty money,
right?
Dirty,
right.
They didn't like the drug thing and all that. He knew when the drugs are going to be shipped to like the bayous in South Louisiana and ponds and lakes and rivers and all this, or even in the Gulf. He knew when they were going to be going. He'd go get them, steal it. He'd go get all the drugs and then divvy them out and sell them all. Well, my dad has a funny story about him being like 8 or 9, and he's going down there to visit his uncle, and they go down there, and his uncle's got this new boat he bought. And it's like a bay boat.
Yeah.
In like the 70s.
Yeah.
And he paid for it. And he's like, I know these people did not earn this money because I know where they live.
Yeah.
Like they're trailer trash type. This is terrible. And look, ain't nothing wrong with living in trailers. I've lived in trailers. Nothing wrong with that. But you get what I'm saying? The song, they are not, your well-to-do people.
Well, it'd be like somebody.
On a boat.
Well, it would be like even people like us, like owning a yacht or a private jet.
Yeah. We're like, how did Bo Smith finance that?
Yeah.
Off his cutting down his limbs and selling cords of wood?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But anyway, long story short, to cut all this out.
Selling those trees.
Selling them trees. But no, long story short, there are people, and he knew when those drops were going to be gone. So he took all that money and paid cash for this boat. And my dad remembers going out there, be like 8 or 9 years old, and he's hungry. And my dad was like, I'm hungry. He's like, all right, we're going to go to the store, son, and get you something. Just relax.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm hungry now. He's like, all right. They're about to go fishing.
Yeah.
He gets a big old thing of like Ritz crackers or whatever it was, some kind of like, Ritz crackers or Elbert, like Keebler Elf crackers, the square ones, the round ones, the rich ones, whatever, and some Cheese Whiz and like a 24 pack of Budweiser cans.
Yeah, right.
That's what they have for the 8-year-old to drink and eat.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So it's not to celebrate that. It's going, man, look at where I've come, but hey, I still have that Redfern in me.
Mm-hmm.
So don't spark my ire. Yeah. Is the way the song says.
That's right.
So that being said.
Well, look, thank you, Bo, for being here. I would just like to say, where can they find all of your stuff?
Well, BoAtkins.com, and that's BeauxAtkins.com, BoAtkins.com. At symbol Bo Atkins Music on Facebook, Bo_Atkins_music on Instagram, and I've got a TikTok, so look up my TikTok and stuff. Bo Atkins Music, and really just find me at a show. Y'all come support live music.
Yep, absolutely.
Come hang out with us.
Well, we'll have all that in the description below for y'all to check out. But before we go, let's hear about that daily lunch plate special here at the Sundown Tavern. I hear it's a country fried steak.
Well, I heard it is that, and it's always the Reuben.
It's always the Reuben.
It's always the Reuben.
That Reuben is special, but yeah, y'all come down to Sundown Tavern
Sundown Tavern.
for your daily lunch special. We got
Every
country
day.
fried steak, the Reuben, and they run specials on them. They run deals on them, but all the other items on the menu are fantastic. I have eaten everything on the menu, not in one day, but I have tried everything, and I can definitely vouch. Sundown Tavern has great food, great people,
And great drinks. Bo, tell them about their drinks.
Yeah.
They've got any kind of whiskey pretty much you want.
Yep.
They got some beer.
So come on down to Sundown Tavern.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for always tuning in.
It's always on tap.
But listen, y'all better share, like, heart, comment on me, baby, because it's Bo Atkins. I'm a founding father.
That's right. That's why we call him Daddy. So we'll see you next time on the Honky Talk podcast, brought to you by Sundown Tavern.
Thank you.
It's Honkies with a Kid.
Me and them cotton mouth, crying like a prayer. Frank Redfern and his brother, they were Charlie's worst nightmare. They were hell on sheriff. The road in old East Parish started shaking down the rebels in Jackson Square. On the surface, good country people, but the truth that grip the kind. But the Redfern sold God's holy word just to keep their pockets lined. I'd knock the crazy kinds of them in them honky tonks in wishing will. God have mercy on a fool that sparked his ire. Don't go mistaken. Yeah, my kindness for weakness, for the depths of their love where my family roots run. It is a mean street deep inside of me. Every anger sears and burns. If you plan to do me harm, you better be forewarned. It is deep inside, but I'm still Redfern. Yeah. Restless like a renegade, desperado, hot and cold. A long line of ladies try to soothe this outlaw soul. Both ends a burning candle. Loving was a gamble, but Tallulah was the only one that ever got close. Yeah, when you live by the shore, there's always at your door a barroom altercation, left a dozen pistols drawn. Took a bullet from his brother, and then my father and his mother. This guitar and this Bible, baby, was all he left to carry on. Don't go mistaken, yeah, my kindness for weakness. Oh, the depths of hell is where my family roots from, baby. Ooh, there's a mean streak deep inside of me. Every rain sears and burns. So if you plan to do me harm, baby, better be forewarned. Yeah, 'cause deep inside, I'm still real firm. 'Cause if you plan to do me harm, better be forewarned. 'Cause deep inside, baby, I'm still real firm. Hey, Red Fern it is. Thank you, HonkyTalk podcast. As you know, we're going to do a double shot here off the Red Fern album. This one's called Goodbye Blues, a fan favorite, a HonkyTalk podcast favorite, one of my favorites. And I know Bo Smith and Trey Gotro love this one, so we're going to do this one. Over here live at the Sundown. Hello, fireplace. Are you in the warm? 'Cause you've always helped me weather the storm. And hello, whiskey, have you missed me? There was nights like these our friendship was formed. And every day gets just honey a little bit better. Goodbye, blues. Hello, stranger. Yes, I've had the chance to release all my sorrow and anger. And even if I'd walk that extra mile, ooh, goodbye, blues. Well, goodbye, blues. I said, no, hello, asphalt. Ooh, are you still smooth? 'Cause you've always left me right where I wanted you to. I said, now, hello, Jesus. Ooh, show me the way. Yeah, you never let me down, even on my darkest of days. Every day is just Tommy a little bit better. Ooh, goodbye, blues. Hello, stranger. Yes, I've had the chance to release all my sorrow and anger. And even if I'd walk that extra mile, goodbye, blues. Goodbye, blues. All right, look at him. Well, through the flames I felt a change. Doesn't sit back quite the same. Another road helps me unwind. Oh, you know another prayer, baby. You know it's answered right on time. Goodbye, blues. Yeah, hello, stranger. Yes, I've had the a chance to release our mind, sorrow and anger. And even if I'm walking and fight and crawl for that extra mile, but through it all, baby, I can still smile. Ooh, goodbye blues. Yes, hello, stranger. I'm talking goodbye blues. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye, baby. Ah. Ooh, goodbye blues. Goodbye blues. Goodbye blues. Ooh. Hey, goodbye blues. Goodbye blues. Thank you.